Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Tonight, I'm going to talk about finding your voice. We all have voices, right? But how do we find them? How do we, get where we want to be using our voice? Let's talk about some harsh realities, okay? Why we as women, it's hard for us to use our voice, find our own voice. Why? A lot of times, we struggle with our self-confidence. We just struggle to really say what we want to say. Well, there's societal expectations, there are cultural expectations. There are numerous reasons. But number one is a lot of times in a lot of traditional families and where we come from and grew up, we're told, be quiet, be polite, don't be too loud, don't be too opinionated, just be nice. These messages sound super small, but guess what? They stay with us for the rest of our lives, especially when they're shaping us as women. And soon, we start asking ourselves, what if I embarrass myself if I say right now something? Or will I sound too aggressive right now in this meeting if I ask this question? Or am I going to sound assertive? What if people think that I'm not qualified to speak? And then, guess what happens? The imposter syndrome comes. That nagging feeling that we're not good enough, even when we are. So even when we honestly earned a seat at the table, we hesitate to speak because we wonder, do we belong here? Well, for the seat at the table, I have a whole new line. If there's no seat at the table, take a folding chair. Make sure you're there. Your voice is your power, right? But how are you going to use your voice? It matters so much, I cannot tell you. Do this not just for you, but for every girl who is still learning that she's allowed to speak. For every woman who's been silenced. For every person who needs someone like you to stand up and say, I'm speaking. Finding your voice isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being, again, unapologetically you. Your real voice can change everything. And the world is waiting to hear it. Use your voice to write your own story and to say your own story. Thank you, ladies.